Thanks to fog and a mix-up in flight schedules tonight, I'm riding the U.S. Army train that operates between Berlin in the heart of communist East Germany and Frankfurt in the Western Zone. It's a very special train. Since the end of the Second World War, it has been one of the few remaining points of friendly working contact between the Soviet and American armed forces. Sealed before departure, it moves without controls and inspection through East Germany, like a piece of privileged American territory on wheels. The rub is that the narrow ribbon of steel on which these wheels roll and the locomotive that powers them are the property of the communist regime of the East Zone.
Then, oh, here's where the Soviet zone begins, where the wire begins. Good evening. Conductor.
Yeah?
When do we come to the barricades?
Barricades?
She means the barbed wire barrier that starts where the wall ends.
Da werden Sie nicht viel sehen. That is our border. Don't you have borders in America?
Not barbed wire. We don't pen people in and imprison them.
Nobody is in prison. This border is to keep troublemakers out of our republic.
You don't expect me to believe that?
Occupation time is over.
Okay, that'll do.
Was ist denn los, Carl? Excuse, sir. Loskommen.
Ich wollte nicht provozieren.
Why, Franklin, I believe he's a communist.
Maybe he is. Maybe they both are. They're wearing East German uniforms.
East Germans? Then what are they doing on our train?
That's part of our agreement. They supply crews and personnel.
Well, what do you know?
All right, girls, now. Quickly. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Quickly in there. Quickly. And not a word. Go to sleep now. Good night. Yes, come in. Oh.
Ja, the blankets, Miss Cassie.
Thank you.
Who's that, miss?
The West German conductor, Mr. Carter.
Well, an ally.
Yes, sir. Can you do me a favor, my friend, and show this young lady to the lounge car? She needs a cup of coffee badly.
Ach so. With pleasure, sir. At once, sir.
Oh, you're very kind, Mr. Carter.
I'm not really. I'm just being selfish. I can't see you anyway, so what's the use of having you around?
All right, but I won't be long.
This way, miss. Good sleep, sir.
Thank you, my friend.
Uh-huh. You're jealous.
What do you want?
Oh, good evening, Mrs. Williams.
Und?
Oh, I just wanted to say good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Fred?
Yeah?
Do you think your friends will like me in, wie heißt doch der Ort?
Canton, Ohio, Lily.
Canton, Ohio.
Mm-hmm. Come here.
Tell me about your friends.
Karen, we're on our honeymoon. Let's talk about them tomorrow, huh?
What's your hurry? We'll be together a long time.
Look, honey, tonight is something special.
Yeah.
And now where you going?
I'll be back soon.
Exciting trip, isn't it? First time on this train?
No, but it's the last time I'll make this trip.
Well, that certainly calls for a celebration. How about a cup of coffee?
Hi.
Hi.
Coffee, Bill? Yes, sir. Thanks. So, how long are you going to stay in Frankfurt?
Depends how Mr. Carter's operation goes. It's a rough trip for him in his condition.
Now, don't start knocking my railroad, Kathy. At least we're going to get you there, fog or no fog, and that's more than the air transport boys can do, right?
You are sensational.
Now, what does that mean? Is that supposed to be good or bad?
Don't you know?
You know, that reminds me, Kathy. What about those French lessons you promised to give me?
Oh, you're too old for that now, Tom.
Too old? Huh. I never had that problem before.
That's right, I think so.
Hope you don't get nervous in
just
crowds.
that interesting age, Kathy.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Don't worry about getting a seat. I know the head waiter personally. Sit down. Here's that message to my office, Lieutenant. Next time you contact Berlin...
I'll do my best, Mr. Cowan.
Don't worry about doing your best, Sonny. Just give him the message and ask him to transmit it. My office will take care of the charges. Coffee? Soft drinks?
Oh, anything.
One coffee, some club soda and ice.
We ain't got no club soda or ice either, sir.
Yeah, well, never mind. Just give us about half a glass of water.
Yes, sir.
Very little saloon they got here. Always travel first class.
If that's liquor, Mr. Cowan, it's forbidden by the rules of this train.
Well, if those are the rules of this train, Lieutenant, then this is cough medicine. Very good cough medicine, too. Would you like something? How about you? You, miss?
No, thanks. I'm on duty tonight.
You a soldier, young lady?
I'm a nurse, civilian, but I'm on duty all the same.
Duty. The great Berlin pastime and alibi. Everybody does it, but does anybody know why?
We have a commitment here.
To do what?
To keep Berlin open to the West.
Yeah. What for?
Have you ever heard of the Berlin Wall, Mr. Cowan?
Listen, Sonny. Don't talk to me about the Germans and their walls. They've been building them for a long time, around concentration camps, around the Warsaw Ghetto. They're experts at it.
But all that is in the past. Can't you forget it?
Forget how these supermen tried to conquer the world of the dead bodies of millions? Forget Auschwitz and Rotterdam? Forget Coventry and Lidice? My heart bleeds for those poor Germans.
What has that to do with the children and the young people who were not even born when all that happened?
Everything the Germans are suffering today, they brought on themselves. They started it, so don't feel sorry for them.
I don't feel sorry. But if people go on hating each other like this, it can only lead to another war.
Sure, and if we unify and rearm Germany, that'll lead to peace, huh?
But they are allies, aren't they?
Yeah, that doesn't mean I have to love them.
Do you think hating them will make things better for anybody?
Hey, Meller, what's the matter?
Nichts Besonderes. We have to let another train pass.
Yeah, well, that's been twice this week.
We can't help it. He's on the main track. Geht gleich weiter.
Does this train stop in the East Zone?
I don't know. I don't think so.
It stops on Marienborn, the border. But we are not there yet.